Welcome back to this video lecture series on data structure and algorithms. Today we'll be learning about some operations on linked list. So let's start with insertion in linked list. We will divide this video lecture series in three parts. We will be seeing mainly three kinds of insertions in the linked list. One is insertion in the beginning, insertion at the end, and lastly insertion in the middle. So let's start with insertion in the beginning. For this, the required steps are: we first need to create a node, assign a value to the data field, then the pointer field of the newly created node will be assigned to the head node, and lastly the new node will be made as the head node of the linked list. So in this diagram here, firstly the linked list is A, B, C, D, where A is the head node. Now we want to insert this node E as the head node of the linked list, or we want to insert it in the beginning. So what we do, we first create the node, assign the data value, and then we assign the pointer field of this newly created node to the head node, and eventually we made this E node as the head node of the linked list. Next is insertion at the end. The required steps are: first we will have to create a node, assign the data to the data value, and null to the pointer field of the node. Then we have to traverse the whole of the linked list to reach the last node of the linked list, and lastly we will have to assign the pointer field of the last node to the newly created node. Here the initial linked list is A, B, C, D, and we want to insert this node E at the end of the linked list. So what we do, first we create it, assign E to the data field and null to the pointer field, and we traverse the list to find this last node D, and we assign this node E to the pointer field of node D. Next comes the most important one, that is insertion in the middle. This particular insertion is not as simple as the previous two are. The steps are: first we have to create the node and assign null to its pointer value. We have to take a count variable and initialize it to 0. We then have to traverse the list. With each node getting visited, we will increase the counter variable by 1. Now, after we are done with the traversing, we will have a look at the count variable. If it is even, then we will take a variable called mid and will assign a value is equal to count by 2. But if the counter is odd, then mid will be count plus 1 by 2. Next, we have to traverse once again, and this time we will traverse only for the first mid number of elements and assign the pointer field of the newly created node to the node at mid position. And lastly, we will assign the pointer field at the node at mid position to the newly created node. So here again the initial linked list is A, B, C, D. We want to insert the node E at the middle. What we do, first we take a counter and traverse the list, so count will be 4. As 4 is even, so mid will be 4 by 2, 2. So for count 2, we will traverse the list again and will reach B. Now what we will do, we will assign the pointer field of the node E with the pointer field of the node B, and lastly the pointer field of the node B will assign to the node E. That's how E will be inserted in between B and C, or in the middle of the linked list. Now we'll jump onto code and we'll actually see how we can implement it. So I have opened my IDE where I had written the code to create a linked list and to traverse it. From right here we will start doing our code, and in this particular program we will do three kinds of insertion. One is insertion in the beginning, insertion at the end, and lastly insertion in the middle. So let's start. So first let's do insertion in the beginning. For this, we first have to ask the user for the data value they want to store in the data value of the new node. So enter, okay, let us just give this new line tag, enter the value of the node to be inserted at the beginning. and here we will first take an integer value. We have already taken that, so now we will use the scanf and will take the value from the user. So now we have the value. Now we have to insert it. For that we will create a function insert at beginning, and we'll pass the head node and the value to be stored in the new node, and we want this function to return a node, so we will simply do this so that we can traverse the newly created linked list and use this traverse list function again. So now let's create this function. So let me just copy it, and this will go here. So the return type will be struct node star, and this will have type of struct node star and integer, and now we will write the function. So here we first have to create a node. So for that, let us take a node, let's say new node, and here again for creating a new node we will create a function, because we will encounter in this particular program that at many point we will be needing to create a node. So instead of writing the same piece of code for a repeated number of times, let us just create a function, and the function will be create single node. We'll simply pass the value only. So again, let us create this function first, and then we will move forward with the insert at beginning. So this function again will have a return type of struct node, okay, and the argument will be an integer type. Let's just keep some space. Yeah, so here let us again take a node, and let us just allocate the memory for the node. So struct node star malloc size of struct node. We are done here. Now we'll assign the value to the data field. So node data is equal to will be value, and node next will be null, and we'll simply return the node. So we're done with this program. Now let's move forward with this insert at beginning. So now we have a node, we have stored the data in the data field. So now the steps we had already mentioned, we will just follow that. So what we have to do here is that we have to make this new node here as the head node of the linked list, because we are inserting at the beginning. So we will change the pointer field of the newly created node and assign the next field as head, and now the head node of the linked list will be this new node, and simply we will return head. So insert at the beginning is done, and let us just check whether it runs well or not. So let's compile and run. Okay, so there's an error, so let us just check. Okay, so we have missed a second bracket here. Also, let me just check the code. Okay, here I guess yes, this one is an unnecessary. So now let's just save it, and this all looks good. Let's see if this runs. Yes, so enter the value of the node to be inserted at the beginning. So let us say 1 is the value I want to give, so let us give 1, and yes, you can see that now the linked list starts with 1, so 1 3 10 2. So this is done pretty well. So one thing that I have to do here is just let me add a line here. Yeah, good. Now after we are done with this insertion in the beginning, now let's do insertion at the end. For that again we will do almost the same thing. There will be some minor changes, so let us just copy and paste it. Okay, so this will be at the end. Again, the name of the function will obviously be changed at end, and rest of the part is all okay. So let's just copy it and paste it. So the return type again will be struct node star, and there again this will also be struct node star and int value. Now let us create the node again first, because that's the primary task. So new node, we will use the function here. Let us just copy this line. Okay, yeah. So now what we have to do is we have to traverse the linked list, reach to the last node, and then do the rest of the part. For that I will take a demo node to store the head node, because I have to return the head node here, so I really can't manipulate with the exact argument. So we have taken this demo, so now we will traverse while demo not equals to null, and we will say demo is equal to demo next. So now at this point we have reached at the last node. Now what we have to do, we have to assign the pointer field of the last node to the newly created node, so new node, and rest is done. So return head. Yeah, and again I'll check this one thing. Okay, yeah, everything seems fine. So now let's run it. Okay, before running we have to check this one. Okay, here when we are traversing it, the condition will be slightly changed. It will be demo next not equal to null, because we have to have the last node at the hand. So now let's run it. So let's just put 1. Yeah, it's coming at the beginning, and we want to add 9 at the end. So let's see. Yes, it's working properly. So the last thing that we are yet to do is insertion in the middle. So again we will just copy and paste this lines of code, because this is the same. So insert it at the, or yeah, let's just change a bit. It will be in the, okay, yeah, middle. So the name of the function will be changed, and again I'll do a copy paste. Yeah, and I will create the function here. The return type will obviously be this. I have to write this particular phrases for many times, so I'm just copying it, and this value will be integer. Now let's write the function. So again we will be creating a new node, and this again I will simply take this function and yeah, this will be like this. So let's just get rid of this int part. So the node is ready. Now what we need to do is I need a counter. So let's just keep it C and initialize it to 0. And also, as we want to traverse it, so we want a demo node again. Okay, this will be struct node star demo is equal to head. and we will be needing another demo node. So let's just keep this as track. So now we will first traverse it. See, for this particular function, that is inserted middle, we'll have to traverse twice. That's why I have taken these two nodes, demo and track. So first just traverse it while demo not equals to null. What I'll do, I'll simply increment the counter and demo equal to demo next. So now what I have is that I have the C, the value of C, which reflects the number of nodes in the linked list. So now I'll check whether the C is an even one or not. So let us just C divided by 2 is equal to 0, that is the condition for even. Then okay, we have to also take this mid variable. So if it is even, then mid will be C by 2, or let's just keep it in a bracket. Else if it is an odd, then mid will be C plus 1 divided by 2. Now we will reassign the value of the C variable as 1, and now we will also have to traverse it again, and that's where the track node will come helpful. So while C naught is equals to mid and track not equals to null, is just to assure that the linked list is not empty or we cannot do this, so just to make it legal. So what we'll do now is we will increment the counter and we will just do this track is equal to track next. Now at this point we have reached the node at mid. Now the new node will be inserted just after the node at mid, and the node at mid is track. So what we'll do, we will first assign the pointer field of the newly created node, that is new node. Next will be track next, and track next will be new node, and yeah, we'll obviously have to return the head. So yes, this should be the working code. Let us see if there's an error or not. Okay, so there's an error. It says track next is not declared in the scope. Okay, so this will be not that operator. Yeah, now this is okay, and now let's run it. So yeah, this runs properly. So starting again from the beginning, let's first insert a node at the beginning. Say we want to insert 1 at the beginning of the linked list, so we have 1, 3, 10, 2. Now we want to insert 9 at the end of the linked list, so we have 1, 3, 10, 2, 9. And now we want to add 11 at the middle, so here this 11 should come just after 10 and just before 2. Let's see what happens. See, this is working. So that is how you do the insertion operation on linked list. Insertion at the beginning, insertion at the end, and insertion in the middle. Thank you for watching this video and staying with us. See you next time.